All right, today we're starting a new unit all about triangles, and we'll be spending a lot of time with triangles over the next few months, so buckle up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. To start off with, we got to know that there are three sides to every triangle, and that means there are three angles in every triangle. There are three interior angles, and they all add up to equal 180 degrees. Every triangle that's ever existed in the history of the universe, that has been true for. Every triangle also has exterior angles. When you have an exterior angle, it is one side extended, and the angle between that one side extended and the other side, or the adjacent side, that is your exterior angle. So whenever we have an interior angle paired with an exterior angle, they form a linear pair, so that means they add up to equal 180 degrees. That is always true. So using these facts, we're going to be able to solve for missing angle measures. So if you look here, we have angles 1, 2, and 3. If you look at angle 1, it forms a linear pair with that other 57-degree angle. Angle 1 is a linear pair with angle KLM. So to figure out what angle 1 is, we could say the measure of angle 1 plus 57 is equal to 180. So then we just subtract 57 from both sides, and we get 180 minus 57 is 123. So that is 123 degrees. And when looking at the measure of angle 2, we know that three angles in a triangle add up to equal 180. So we could say that 57 plus 71 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 180. So 57 plus 71 is 128. So then we just subtract 128 from both sides, and 180 minus 128 is 52. Next we have angle 3, and to find angle 3, we can use based off of the small triangle of angle 1, the 28 degrees in angle 3, or the big triangle based off of the 28 plus the 71, angle 2, and angle 3. So since we would have to add the 28 and 71 together, let's just go off that small triangle, triangle JLK. So we would do the measure of angle 1, which is 123, plus that 28 degrees, plus measure of angle 3 equals 180. 123 plus 28, and that is 151. And so if we subtract 151 off of both sides, we get 29 degrees. All right, so that is how we are going to do this. So looking here at this next two triangles, we have angle 1 to solve that. We know that those angles are going to add up to equal 180, so 43 plus 74 plus the measure of angle 1 is equal to 180. 43 plus 74, so that's 117. So if I subtract 117 from both sides, (180 minus 117) gives me 63. Angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical, so that means they are congruent. So that means the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2. So the measure of angle 2 is 63 degrees. All right, next thing we're going to look at is angle 3. So this is a 63-degree angle here. So we can do 63 plus 79 plus measure of angle 3 equals 180. And 63 plus 79 is 142. So if we subtract 142 off of both sides, we get 38. So the measure of angle 3 is 38 degrees. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is the exterior angle theorem, and I'm going to prove to you the exterior angle theorem before we go any further. We know that the measure of the three interior angles of a triangle equal 180. So in this triangle here that we have drawn, we have angle A, angle B, and angle C. And angle C is also known as angle 2, so we'll call it angle 2. So the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. That's just every triangle is equal to 180. We also know that every interior and exterior angle, when they're paired together, form a linear pair, so they're equal to 180. So I could say the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 add up to equal 180. Notice both these things equal to 180, so I can actually use the transitive property, set these things equal to each other. So I can say the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2. And now I can use the subtraction property, subtract the measure of angle 2 off of both sides, and I get the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B is equal to the measure of angle 1. So that is the exterior angle theorem. Measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle A and the measure of angle B. So the way we say that is the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two remote, which means far away, interior angles. So the way that plays out in this image here, we have the exterior angle of 12x plus 7. So that is going to be equal to the two interior angles, the sum of those, 6x minus 4 plus 65. So 12x plus 7 is equal to 6x plus 61. Then we subtract 6x off of both sides, and we can subtract 7 off of both sides, and we get 6x is equal to 54. So then divide both sides by 6, and we get x is equal to 9. Now what we're needing is the measure of DAB, so we got to substitute in that 9. 12 times 9 plus 7. 12 times 9 is 108. 108 plus 7 is 115. So measure of angle DAB is 115 degrees. All right, that does it for that page. Next thing we're going to look at is this fact. Every triangle has 180 degrees. In a right triangle, 90 of those degrees are locked up in the right angle. So that means the other two angles have to add up to equal the other 90 degrees. Any two angles that add up to equal 90 are complementary. So that means that in number 4, the 6x added with the 3x would equal 90 degrees. So we do 6x plus 3x equals 90. So that's 9x equals 90. So that means that x is 10. Now, for that next one, we're looking to find x and y. I'm going to solve for x first. I'm not sure how you could solve for y first. So I think you have to solve for x first. So we're going to do 9x minus 8 plus 2x minus 1 equals 90. So combine like terms, we get 11x. Negative 8 minus 1 is negative 9. So add 9 to both sides. You get 11x equals 99. And divide by 11, you get x equals 9. So now using that information, we can substitute that in. Looking at the measure of BAC, that's going to be 9 times 9 minus 8. Oop, don't want that. So that's 81 minus 8. So that is 73. And the measure of BCA is going to be 2 times 9 minus 1. So that's 18 minus 1. So that is 17. Now, BCA is vertical with DCF. So if this is 17, that means that is 17. So now that I know that's 17, I know I can find what y is because all of those are going to add up to equal 180. So 17 plus 9y minus 1 plus 11y plus 4 equal 180. Combining like terms, I get 20y plus 20 equals 180. So 20y is equal to 160. So y is equal to 8. Now plugging that in, CDF is going to be 9 times 8 minus 1. 9 times, I don't know why I keep wanting to put a parentheses here. 9 times 8 is 72, so that's going to be 71 degrees. And CFD, it's going to be 11 times 8 plus 4. 11 times 8 is 88. So that's going to be 92. There we have it. All right. Next, looking at these triangles 1, 2, and 3 angles here. Looking at angle 1 first. 46 plus 80 plus measure of angle 1 is equal to 180. So that is 126 plus the measure of angle 1 equals 180. So the measure of angle 1 is equal to 54. All right, now the measure of angle 2 is going to be equal to angle G plus angle I plus angle J. Will be the rule that we'll use. Now angle J is made up of two small angles, right? There's GJH and there's HJI. So we're going to add those together. So 46 plus 38 plus 54 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 180. So we do 46 plus 38 plus 54, that is 138. So 180 minus 138 is 42. So now we can figure out angle 3 one of two ways. I'm just going to do the linear pair method. Do 80 plus measure of angle 3 equals 180. So that means the measure of angle 3 is 100 degrees. All those are in degrees. All right, number 7 here. Let's see, we got, so if that's 34, that means this is 34 because those are vertical. So we do 85 plus 34 plus measure of angle 1 is 180. 85 plus 34 is 119. And so if we subtract that from 180, we get 61. Now to figure out the measure of angle 2, that's going to be a linear pair with that 34-degree angle. So 180 minus 34 is going to be 146. And then angle 3 is going to be 34, two of those, plus measure of angle 3 equal 180. So that's 68, plus measure of angle 3 equals 180. So 180 minus 68 is 112. All right, moving right along. Measure of angle 1 is going to be a linear pair with that 50 degrees. 180 minus 50 is 130. Angle 2 is going to be, we could say it's just going to be a linear trio with that 70, the 50, and the 2. So 70 and 50 is 120. So the 2 is going to be 60. All right, and then we have that 3, so we have 50 and 60, that's 110. So 180 minus 110 is 70. All right, for this last triangle, I think what we're going to have to do is solve for angle 2 first. Actually, we could do angle 3 really easily. It'd be vertical with that 65-degree angle, so it's 65. Don't have to do any math for that one. Angle 2 is going to be a linear pair with that 65-degree angle. So 180 minus 65 is 115. And then angle 1 is going to be in the triangle with that 115-degree angle in the 40. So 115 plus 40 plus measure of angle 2 is 180. So 115 plus 40 is 155. So 180 minus 155 is 25. So, kind of flew by there at the end, but hopefully you were able to follow along. If you do have any questions, please shoot me an email or a Canvas message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day.